That's right everyone, he's back. The only one who can pull off the clad hat of green. And no, I'm not talking about Will Ferrell. No, I'm talking about the kid who plays the ocarina and travels through time. Yes, none other than our hero Link from the famous Legend of Zelda series. Now, I've been a big fan of the Legend of Zelda series ever since I was young. I mean, there's so many Legend of Zelda games. You have Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, The Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventures, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, The Legend of Zelda Okay, I get it, it's a lot. But what happens when you take a beloved game series like The Legend of Zelda and combine it with a totally different game genre? Well, you get yourself one badass green elf, baby. From the creators of Dynasty Warriors decided to make their hack and slash game, combined it with the beloved characters of Legend of Zelda to make Hyrule Warriors. But is this game any good? And does it bring the best of both games? Well, we're gonna find out. Well, isn't that a beautiful title screen right there? And the fact that the Legend of Zelda theme always gets me. You begin opening to the menu, which consists of 3 modes: Legendary Mode, Free Mode, and Adventure Mode. Legendary Mode, you play through the main story, and you play through several different characters along the way. In Free Mode, you can use the characters you unlock through the Story Mode, or Legendary Mode, and use them for the whole main story. And finally, you have Adventure Mode, which you would think would be the story mode, but to my surprise when first playing the game, wasn't. In Adventure Mode, you play through the first Legend of Zelda map, unlocking paths and collecting certain items. But we'll get to that later. Let's start with our adventure, or as in this game, Legend. Our game begins with Zelda playing her harp in the middle of Hyrule Field as looming darkness comes to destroy Hyrule. But this is only a dream, as she is being warned of dark times that are soon to come. Now, there is no voice acting in this game, sadly to say. The characters do make these awkward noises, but it is better than having this.
Hey! Excuse me, princess! Well, excuse me, princess! Hey, excuse me, princess! Hey, excuse me, princess! Hey, excuse me, princess!
Yeah. But now Zelda must seek out the hero who will banish the darkness. None other than our elf boy Link, who in this game is already a trainee soldier for Hyrule forces. But this moment is cut short when evil forces are attacking Hyrule. With no hesitation, Link makes his way to the battlefield with sword in hand. This is where our game begins. Each character in this game has a light and heavy attack and a number of different combos that you can lock later in the game. Each character in this game also has unique combat style, like Link's spin attack, Zelda with her light arrows, and other characters using their own unique abilities. Now, I love playing as Zelda in this game, seeing as this is one of the few games that actually let you play as Zelda. And it makes you wonder, why all these years, if she could have escaped by herself, why was she so easily captured? It makes you wonder the reason she actually was captured. But I also like the fact that she has this little yip noise every time she tries to dodge something. In this game, you'll face hordes and hordes of enemies at a time. The objective is the same as if you played a Dynasty Warriors game. Take down as many enemies as you can while completing certain missions. Most of the time, you'll be taking over keeps, which consist of taking down so many enemies until the keep boss shows up. Defeat the keep boss and take over the keep. You'll be doing this a lot at times, and it does get pretty repetitive, but still really fun either way. You'll also be taking down bosses in this game, which can be really fun, but there's really no strategy to it. Basically, you attack, dodge sometimes, and hit the bar until it breaks and pull off a power attack. Some bosses need to be killed with an item, like King Dodongo with bombs or Goma with a bow. You'll find these items on the same stage as the boss levels, which leaves no thinking to the actual game. You're easily going to know what to use, seeing as you got it on the exact same level. You'll find chests in each level, some containing a new weapon, which can be used after the level, or a heart piece, which can increase characters' health and you'll be rewarded in the old Legend of Zelda way of opening chests. After each level, you can go to the bazaar and use your rupees that you get at each level to either level up your characters to the same level as your highest character, or use them to unlock new abilities. The story in this game is pretty cool. You have to stop this evil sorceress from trying to revive Ganon, and yes, you do get to play as Ganon. But I was a little disappointed. I thought when they were going to make the game have two separate storylines, one for the point of the view of the hero, and one for the point of the view of the villain. Sadly, both of these are combined into one entire storyline. But you only get 3 levels to play as the villain. But Ganon can be played in the free mode to play the entire storyline with Ganon, which is kind of funny in a way, since he'll be defending Hyrule instead of trying to attack it. Co-op in this game is pretty fun. One uses the gamepad while one is on the TV. Though I did feel a little disconnected with the person I was playing with, seeing as one has to play on the TV and one has to play on the pad. Since the person who's playing on the TV cannot see what's going on the pad, and you feel sort of disconnected. Especially because if a co-op is essential, you have to work together, but most of the time you're going to be going your own way and defeating as many enemies as you can by yourself. You can do co-op in the adventure mode too, and the adventure mode is the only time that you can use the online function, sadly to say. In the adventure mode, you play in the Legend of Zelda map, and use certain items to open up new paths. You get the items by completing objectives like one-hit deaths, or killing a certain amount of enemies within a specific amount of time. This mode is a good way of getting new weapons for your characters and heart pieces to increase each character's health. Each character has an array of weapons to unlock, though some are better than others. Now, each weapon does have an elemental property. Now, when you play a certain level, they recommend an element type for you, and you would usually choose that element type to make it easier through the gameplay, though when I've used the element that they recommended to me, I saw no difference in using the regular weapon that I've been using the whole entire time. There's really no difference, and should have had a little bit more depth into it, but it just wasn't there. Also in this game, you can change the difficulty at any time, going from easy, normal, hard, or basically the hero mode to get a real challenge. Especially, this is quite a challenge with an extra person. But as always, I've said my piece, and now it is time for the final verdict.
Final verdict!
Now, a lot of people are calling this game just Dynasty Warriors with a Legend of Zelda reskin, and I would likely have to agree with them, though it doesn't take anything away from the actual game. The game is still fun. If you love the hack-and-slash combat games, you're going to love this game. If you love Dynasty Warriors, you're going to love this game. And if you love Legend of Zelda, you're probably going to love this game. It was fun that they combined in both the aspects of the hack-and-slash of Dynasty Warriors with Legend of Zelda characters and a Legend of Zelda story. Especially because each character had their own unique abilities and attack moves, and you had to play as Zelda and Ganon. So what do I rate Hyrule Warriors? Well, I'm going to rate Hyrule Warriors a 7 out of 10. This game was a very fun game, and you'll like it if you're a big fan of Dynasty Warriors, or if you're a big fan of Legend of Zelda, or if you just like hack-and-slash games in general, you're going to love this game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you guys would like, and also subscribe for more reviews and more videos that I will be making in the later weeks. So thank you, and as always, I will see you guys later.